Greetings, captains. Gunship here. Hope you are doing well. So today I want to do a little semi-review, talk a bit about the HMS Rodney here. I guess it is a review, but I'm particularly annoyed, is probably the word, about the magazine and ammo layout. And when you just look at it, it looks like, well, what's wrong with that? That seems perfectly okay. But this was not the way it was on the dev server. And it's not what it was when you look at the schematics of the ships that I have sort of been able to find. And you can see there's a lot of space around the armor elevators here. So there is more space to flatten things out along the bottom. And that's important because the further down you can have these ammunitions, the less likely you are to get ammo racked. And Gaijin just changed that. And I was really hoping that the Rodney would be the ship that could take the fight to the Scharnhorst. But it has just not been the case. And I'll do some test battles and show you. Now I do have this as a test drive, but I have also fully researched the tree anyway. But you can see you got all the models, and it's a 100 crew. So cannot, apart from an ace crew, it cannot get any better than that. And it's just not performing, but we will see. I do not understand why the Gaijin still allowing the Scharnhorst to be the best ship in the game after such a long time. This would not have been allowed had it been a plane or a tank, for example. There would have been too many people screaming blue murder. But because the naval community is maybe more docile, or there's not as many of us, they just seem to just do these things to us. Why shouldn't we, when you have a ship here that actually sank the Bismarck, or at least majorly had a massive influence in that battle, got 16-inch guns, not be able to compete with something like the Scharnhorst? That makes no sense whatsoever. So we look at the Scharnhorst here, and we look at the armor. Show external. That's 320. Yes, it does have a little bit inside that people say, oh, this is the turtle back or whatever, and that's supposed to be good. But let's go back to the Rodney. Well, that also has internal armor that is supposed to be useful and good. Especially at the front here, quite a lot here. So why is the Scharnhorst so much better? Don't get it. We're talking 12-inch guns. Whereas, of course, we're winning 16-inch guns. Why can't this ship here not outperform the Scharnhorst? It's bullshit. Doesn't make sense at all. And it certainly doesn't make sense from a player point of view. That this is not, king of the hill. Or some of the other ships. Go to Japan. Big Navy in that. And Mackie. Now see, the Mackie doesn't have the same thickness of armor along the side. 250 millimeters is not bad. But it's not 355. This is Scharnhorst 320. This should be better. We look at some of the Americans, like the Mississippi and the Tennessee. Again, everybody is outperformed. But this thing here, they're just the gift that keeps giving. All the griefers in the game, all they play every day is the Scharnhorst. Looks good in the stats. But it doesn't make for an enjoyable experience for the wider Navy community. I'm kind of sick and tired of playing the Scharnhorst. Yeah, I've done well in it and all the rest of it, and who hasn't? But I just think from a naval community, this is terrible. So it finally comes to a ship that may have been designed that it actually could take things on and was known as some of the best battleships in the world during its time when it came out. Why is this being nerfed? And why did Gaijin change the ammo layout when it should all have been down the bottom as they had it on the dev server? There's some kind of unbiased towards the British. I mean, it's only one of the biggest navies in the world, so apart from the Americans, there's also, in the game are terrible compared to the Scharnhorst. Makes no sense. When are they gonna fix this so it's actually equally fun to play whatever nation we have in the game? And don't even let me start talking about the pure French, because they're really having a freaking hard time at the moment. Anyway, let's have some battles and see how we go. Sail as you normally sail, and when you are good and ready, let's start the battle. So feel free to engage. So you don't have to wait. We are speeding this up by 50 times. So please keep an eye on the percentages for each of the two ships. %0 crew. And I'm rapidly losing seaworthiness. Brilliant. Okay, that's a good first test. So just J out of your ship and we'll do another test. And this time I will use HE rather than AP ammunition. So again, we're just speeding this up. So 6 shells hitting you, but you didn't go on fire. And you one-shot me. So for a third and final test, the Scharnhorst is not firing back. But it takes a really long time. First using AP rounds, and then when the Scharnhorst get down to about 20% crew, I switch to HE and see if I can, kill off the remaining crew with high explosive. Okay, the last salvo shaved off a percentage point, so we have 7% now. 17 minutes, and buoyancy is finally starting to give way. Target destroyed. So consider it also took a little bit of time in the start, just until we came to a halt. It has taken at least 18 minutes for me to kill a Scharnhorst that didn't shoot back with a fully spaded Rodney battleship. That is crazy. So in conclusion, the HMS Rodney, that once was a British flagship, has been nerfed by Gaijin. Survivability is not good, also in normal battles, and I've done quite a few. 16-inch guns don't seem to have the penetration, the firepower that they should have, especially against something like the Scharnhorst, as we just seen. It took 18 minutes to kill the Scharnhorst. Gaijin needs to fix this. It has to be fair for everyone that plays, regardless of nation, that they can have a good and level playing field against other nations. Hope you enjoyed this. I hope Gaijin is listening. See you in the next one. Bye for now.